Alright, hello, welcome to this video. The other video, we just wanted to end it because it was so long. It was literally just us going over the skill tree, talking about implants for too long, and talking about, remapping for too long. We could have definitely done that video in like 5 or 10 minutes or something, but we always sit there forever for some reason. Yep. So let's look at this, right? Our status with the Caldari state. We need to get this up to 3 to get level 3 missions, or we need to get the Caldari Navy up to level 3. So the Caldari Navy's right here, right? 0.82. We're at a 1 mission for it, but that's it. So the way we can do that is we could raise the connections skill. So we're going in the social skill tree. Like maybe we could just trade connections up to level 3, as well as gunnery level 5. We're going to need some point for flying the battleship. That's going to be a little bit though, right? Like maybe gunnery 5, we could throw it on the skill tree, trade it over the next day, and then it'll be traded out of the way, right? So if we do that, we just leave it here, it'll trade. I think that would be the best course of action. Get gunnery 5 out of the way, put it up there. Connections 3, that would increase our standings. And we could just go run a mission quick. So something we're going to do, this level 1 security mission for Caldari Navy, it's just right here. It says defeat the Serpentists. So that's alright. We can defeat them. They're a pirate faction. They're not one of the main factions. And we can just accept this reward. It's also in the same system, right? So all you have to do is undock, warp to his place, destroy those Serpentists, just to get this skilling spree. And then from there, we can figure out what we want to do, right? Do we want to run security missions for a little bit of this ship? All we have to do is warp to location. It's like every 16 missions that we do, we'll get a storyline agent that'll give us Caldari standings. Or we could just go run and just do all the career agents. We could just run all the career agents. That would actually bring us pretty close to level 3 standing if we want. We could do that. Or we could like save those or something. Maybe we should actually just try security agents for a bit. I'm sure that the rewards won't be too good, right? But we have salvaging drones now. We have to figure out how to create groups of salvaging drones, right? We have to figure out how to create groups. What does it say? You need to destroy all the enemies, but there's no enemies here. You need to destroy all the enemies, but there's no enemies here. So what happens if we click on launch drones? Does it launch the hobgoblins? Yeah, it does launch the hobgoblins. Here we are. So how much bounty are these guys worth? 3,000, right? 3,000 ISK, 3,000 ISK, 3,000 ISK. So the bounty is not worth too much. Looks like level 1 missions can be done at like a destroyer. They can be done at a destroyer. Probably even a frigate for some of them. So let's activate the micro arc drive. These shoot 22 kilometers away. Let's just get rid of this. So just lock onto everybody then. Lock onto him, press the F button, then the drones will go against him. Press the F1. These guys are going to be too small to hit with their guns. Oh no, they're not. Our guns hit them just fine. Alright. So that's alright. Since we gave the skilling spree, we got extra skill points to put towards our skill tree if we want, right? Let's turn the volume down a bit, maybe. So there you go. Our drones take care of everything. So these guys still like 3,000 bounty, right? So like 4,500 bounty. It's a good way to judge how difficult they are. How difficult. It's just to check their bounty. So you guys should be fighting somebody. Oh, we did replace this small shield booster, right? Apparently these ships don't use them. So because we have this micro arc drive, yeah, so it looks like we're at like 3,000 bounty. So now that the mission is complete, now that the mission's complete, we can return the drones to the drone bay. We have to figure out how to get drone groups, right? We have to figure out how to set up the salvage drones. So let's do this. Right click, move drone to a new group. Type the name for the new group. We would say Hobgoblins. There's new group Hobgoblins. They would just drag the Hobgoblins into it. Oh no, we actually dragged them out. Return to drone bay. So you have to sit here and figure out our drone things, right? So we just drag Hobgoblins into this Hobgoblins tab. So maybe even shift click. Yeah, we can shift click all the hobgoblins, drag the hobgoblins to the folder, and then there all of this group. Select the salvage drones. Move drone to a new group. Say this is salvage group. Then we take all these drones, put them in the salvage group. Then we just have to right click salvage and say launch the salvage drones, and then the salvage drones go out, right? So we go around, we can loot these things. So the salvage drones are just idle. I think they're just idle or something. So you have to actually send the salvage drones to go salvage them. So you just click on this thing, right click on the drone. Looks like this window isn't big enough. Drones in space. So right click this thing, right? Salvage. Go to this wreck. Go to the next drone, salvage. I'm sure maybe there's a faster way. I think actually if we have the salvage drones out, they'll start salvaging automatically once we kill an enemy. Or if you tell them to salvage one thing when they're done salvaging, maybe when they're done salvaging, maybe they'll go on to salvage the next thing automatically. Maybe that's something. So you can see as they go salvage, you failed to salvage something this time. Oh, we got something, right? So that we salvaged this thing. We got the tripped power from salvaging them. So they don't automatically go salvage, right? So I'm pretty sure before we had them out, they automatically did it. So I guess you have to have them out. You kill them enemy, and if they're out already, then maybe they salvage them as soon as they get blown up. We're not 100% sure. But it looks like this salvage brought a good bit of money, right? 112k. They're still out there salvaging, right? We can see them all out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all salvaging something. You gotta go salvage something. So I'm sure there's a hotkey to send them to go salvage too, right? Got another one of these things. Another 112,000. Alright. Yeah, then you're salvaging up there. Good job. Good job. So then you salvage. Then it just brings us some extra loot for the mission, I guess. Sometimes they give us metal scraps, I believe, is salvage too, right? So that'd be like the worst kind of salvage. And then once we're done salvaging, so there's like one more thing here, right? So you go here, go to salvage drones, and then say all you guys go salvage it. So I wonder why they don't automatically salvage it. I'm sure there has to be some option, right? Maybe there isn't. So we got there. Everything's done, right? You guys salvaged it. Yeah, and then we just return to the drone bay. Alright. So now we have salvage drones. We're not exactly sure how to use them efficiently yet, right? We don't know how to use them efficiently, but we did get salvage drones, and they did salvage us some things. Things were 17k. We could stack everything, and a lot of this extra loot was because of that. Yeah, maybe like 200,000 or something, a little bit less than that. So are we warping? Are we stuck in the building? Or does it actually take that long? We're stuck in the building, right? This is what we're talking about, that other thing. If you get stuck in the building, you're not going to be able to warp out. If we're being attacked by ships right now, they would just be able to attack us, and we wouldn't be able to defend ourselves. Pretty much we'd be stuck in the building, we couldn't warp out, and then they would just blow us up. So there we go. So we did the skilling spree. We go to skill points. We can save these skill points, or we can spend them now if we want to speed up training, right? So let's just spend all of our skill points on a gunnery when we get it, right? So save like 1 hour, 15 minutes. So there we go. We sped up gunnery a little bit. Then connection will trade overnight. Then gunnery will trade over the day. So I don't think it's going to give too much static increase, right? We're going to get it on. Like we could even do like a level 1 missions with like a smaller ship. We could do a faster ship or something. Which makes us wonder, how many different ships are we going to fit out, right? Or should just look at videos and see what the money making things are. So if we go to reputation, I don't think it's going to increase much, right? The first one we did, I think we did a level 1 mission. Just increased it by 0.17, that's it. 0.02. So if we run 100 missions, it'll be raised by 2. For 100 missions, it'll be raised by 2. So I wonder if level 2 security missions are probably a lot better. Just last time, look at this one, 50. This one rewards so much better. Destroy the rogue drones, then report back. So maybe we'll have to check out level 2, right? This one's 2. We'd have to do... So I guess we'd have to do 50 missions to get 1 static. Run 50 missions, you get 1 static with them. And the rewards aren't too good, the guys are easy. We'll have to check out level 2 missions, right? Level 2 missions, he says... Acquire these goods, destroy the thief, loot the reports, then report back to him. So this should give up more standing. Where is this place? Set destination. We can see if it's too far away. Oh, it's just next place. So I guess we can accept this one. Accept it. Undock. Let's try level 2 security mission. Let's try that. So imagine these guys would be harder if the bounty would be harder. These guys would be harder to kill. There'd be bigger ships. Bigger ships this one. Oh, I guess the reward? The reward wouldn't matter as much as if there's bigger ships to destroy with higher bounty. That's right. If there's bigger ships, we'll get a more bounty when destroying them, and we'll also get a better salvage for them as well. So I guess there's also that on top of the extra rewards. I guess that's alright, because if we're doing the career agents, so it's like 10 missions. They would do the same thing, kind of. If we're comparing that to the culinary state standings. That would just be like focusing on culinary navy. So we'll arrive at this place, see if we don't get blown up here. I don't think we should. I think you should be already in a cruiser. I think you should be in a cruiser. I don't know if we need a battle cruiser. Battle cruiser is like the Drake, that's right. We wouldn't need a Drake for these missions. Look at all the ships. 5,000. Here's worth 5,000. Here's worth 6,000. There's the thief right there, right? So you have to take out the thief. We need the reports. So you have to launch everything. Launch the hobgoblins. Then we just move in. There's a lot of enemies, right? Oh, we have to activate the sensor booster. That's why we're locking onto them so quick, right? Look how much damage they're doing. How much damage they're doing. Oh, that's right. We're shield taked. That's right. Or armor taked. We're armor taked. Why are you guys not doing anything? You guys aren't fighting, right? So it just goes to our armor. And then we'll be repairing, right? We have to activate this hardener, right? So that's just a line to the station. Let's align to the station to try a dock just in case we do get blown up or something. Just in case they do actually blow us up. We'll be aligned to the station unless they warp scrapple us. If they do warp scrapple us, then we lose the ship. So looks like this is a passive defense module. Yeah, these guys are tough. 10,000 bounty. These guys are pretty strong. These guys are strong. But I guess their armor's actually holding up. Armor's actually holding up pretty good. So these guys are up to like a 10,000 bounty. And our guns don't even hit them. Our guns don't hit them. Pretty soon our cap's gonna run out. Once our cap runs out, we won't be able to shoot them. We won't be able to repair our armor or anything. But there's just 3 of them left. There's just 3 of them left. That's it. Alright, so we did it. We don't have to repair armor anymore. There's just that guy. Now we just have to go and loot everything, which is going to take a whole bunch of cap because we're using this micro warp drive. But we did it, right? We did our very first security level 2 mission. So it was difficult. We almost lost our ship, probably. But so just these medium guns that work well at those enemies, right? So now we do this, return our hobgoblins. There's no more ships here, right? Send out our salvage drones. Then our salvage drones salvage everything. Alright. So we just said here, right? There has to be some hotkey. There has to be some hotkey to send them to salvage. What is it? Press escape, right? Shortcuts. Drones. All drones engage. That just means all drones. We're going to do this. We press the F key. They'll go salvage it. If we press the F key on them, they go salvage. Maybe now they'll just go and salvage all the wrecks automatically, right? We just set them, press the F key, go engage him. Maybe they'll pick up the other ones and go salvage them automatically. That's our hope. Salvaging. Are they just going to be idle or are they going to go salvage something? Yeah, they're all idle. They're not salvaging. They're not salvaging, so that doesn't work. That doesn't work. We'll figure out a better ship, right? Maybe this ship isn't actually the best one for it. Maybe this ship isn't actually that good. Or we just don't know what we're doing with it. So I always play the Galate ship, right? If we were in the carousel, we just destroy everything. But because we're not in the carousel, we don't know what to do with the ship. We don't know what to do with it. These guys don't even give you loot, right? Like $1,000. It's not really too much of anything. Cluster shutdown alert. Oh, 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour. Server shuts down in 1 hour. So we'll just finish looting everything, right? We'll go here, we'll loot everything, we'll salvage everything. Then we'll dock up at the station and then see what happens at the station, right? All we're going to be doing is just locking up people, salvaging them. Activity tracker, right? Whatever the activity tracker does. I don't think it rewards you with anything. I think it's just something to track your activities or something. Yeah, then when we salvage them, this cargo container, it looks like, is there. Then we have to just go pick up the cargo container. That's where the loot is, the items that were inside them. So I wonder if we should have the afterburner. Should we switch the microchip for the afterburner just because then we'd be moving so slow? That's right. We have to think about it. Alright, so let's complete this one and see what this one's worth, right? 0.02, 0.6, so it's worth like 3 times as much, right? 3 times the rep. 3 times the reps, they're 3 times as efficient. Is that good? 10, we seem to be like 15 of them or something. 15 of them instead of 50. Is that true? 15, 30, 45, something like that. Oh, neat. 10, 13, 14. Yeah, I guess we'll just run levels 2 security missions. Look how much of a bigger static increase it is. It's just that mission was actually pretty hard, right? Mission was pretty difficult. If I destroy the murderer and his guards and report back. It's just those guys took our shields down so quick. That's what it was. We're used to using a shield-tanked ship. We're used to using a shield-tanked ship so our shields never drop. Or because we're using armor tank, our shields drop so quick, so we're freaking out. That's super sick. So we could run security level 1 missions easily and quickly. Or we could run level 2 security missions and they're a bit more difficult, but they give a better reward for them. Something we have to consider when running them, right? Difficulty wraps up tremendously, but the rewards also wrap up tremendously. So it's more than 3 times as effective. Alright, so we're back at Jade of the Main Trading Hub, right? We're maybe we can work on this ship a little bit. Because I think our Miradon, we worked on a little bit after we learned a bit more about the ships. I think we worked on that ship after we learned a bit more, right? Because if we look at our ship here, right? Even this micro warp drive, maybe we actually need it. I'm not 100% sure. 50,000 EHP. Maybe this thing has a lot of EHP, right? Because it's supposed to be drones. This thing has twice the hit points, and it still uses medium guns, right? They're medium guns, right? Medium hybrid turret. Yeah, both of them use medium turrets, right? Both of them use drones. Both of them use medium turrets. Is the movement speed just a lot slower or something? I guess the movement speed's a lot slower. The attack range is a lot better, right? 34. So I wonder if we should just be using this for level 2 missions then, right? Because if we just need to be able to destroy them, right? So we're just using dual 150s. That's all that we can fit with this thing. So we can remove this micro warp drive, right? We could remove the micro warp drive, put a bigger gun on it. But since we actually looked at that now, maybe this thing's better. Because it's not like it's using big guns or something, right? Let's look at the ship tree, right? Maybe for Glot, it's just so much simpler for Caldari, right? The carousel is so amazing. Carousel is so amazing. This is what we're used to use too. But then we have to use missiles. We have to use missiles with it. So how do we do the Glante ship then? This would be the same form? Thorax. What good is a cruiser ship for then? Destroyers for level 1s. Maybe a battle cruisers for level 2? Then for level 3, maybe you need a battleship. Maybe level 4, you need a dreadnought or something? Or a carrier? That's not true. That's not the case. So I think we'll just use this thing, right? Mirrored. I don't think there's too much of a difference. We're using a bigger ship. Because it's just going to be frigates there. Let's just compare the two, right? I mean, what is the warp speed? We know that movement speed is like pretty much half the movement speed. If we're just doing missions, we don't have to worry about movement speed too much. If we just snipe them out. Because he used the exact same guns, that's the thing we're looking at. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8, just 50%. We'll just go with this thing then. I wonder if there's no reason to use the cruiser. Yeah, that's right, this multi-spectrum energized membrane. On this thing, we use something different. Reactive armor hardener. Let's check this thing. I think this thing's a better thing to fit onto our ship than that other one, right? This thing costs $1 million, but probably it's better than the one that we had. Or it just gave like a 12% reactive armor hardener. So let's just check what our other ship had. Should see what he had on it. Multi-spectrum energized membrane. It's like multi-spectrum energized hardener or something. So there's a difference between them. Apparently there's a difference between them. So this is a reactive hardener? Because this one only costs $250K. So what does this one do then? What's the difference? Right? This one, an enhanced version of this, less effective than the membrane turns against so it doesn't react to anything. It just gives you 12%. Do we have to activate it or something? No, it's a passive module. So let's let's get rid of this thing. Yeah, it does increase our defenses. It does increase them. It does increase them. But I guess this thing's just a lot better. We have to just keep it active. Okay, so this thing gets rid of your cap. So you have to keep this active for it to do anything. If you run out of cap, it doesn't do anything. Active harder. So I think we're supposed to keep this running. This micro warp drive. This thing just drains your capacitor so quick, right? Without this thing, 1 minute 40. Without the armor repair was stable. And without this, it just runs out, right? Because if we have just this going, we run out so quick. 1 minute, 6 minutes. This is going to run out in 50 seconds, 30 seconds. Just take this micro hard drive off. I wonder if this thing's too big for it or something. 5nm micro hard drive. Unfit it. But then the 1mm wouldn't even do anything, right? Let's just check that out. See what that says. Propulsion. Micro hard drive 5mm. This can't possibly go at the ship 1525. That can't possibly be the right one. That can't be it. So what we want to do is just buy afterburner for it then. Afterburner. Should that be the 10 or the 25? Oh, it's not the 100. So let's just get this then. Heard of this, right? 5025. This one does 150.25. So it takes three times the power grid, twice the CPU. 3 times the power grid, twice the CPU, but it allows you to move a lot quicker. But it just drains your cap, right? But it just drains your cap. So let's see, drains in 30 minutes. Move 1200. Then if we just throw the afterburner on instead, I think it'll last a long time. One minute. So maybe it's 457. We're not 100% sure. Let's get rid of this thing. It's just that when we're actually on the field using it, I don't think we found a use for it. This thing might allow us to equip bigger guns. So that can't move. 457. How long does the other ship's cap last for? Yeah, it's like the same situation, right? This lasts for 1 minute with this thing. Just try to take this thing off, right? Take the micro warp drive off. Put the afterburner on. So the thing is, when we actually use it, like you said, it doesn't seem to be as good as we thought it would be. Afterburners, 10 mn, few market details. I wonder if we could use the 100 mn. 100 mn afterburner. That's probably way too big. We checked it, right? 625. That would take up like all of our power grid pretty much. So let's just do this then. 10 mn, right? So that'd make our cap more stable so we can do it. But then we only move like 292 meters a second. It's so slow. It's so slow. 292 meters a second. I wonder if for the missions we're only supposed to be worrying on killing the enemies, right? We're not supposed to loot them or anything. This thing, you're not supposed to drive towards them. And it would allow you to get bigger guns. But, oh, wait a minute. Are these the biggest guns? These would probably be a medium, right? Rail guns, 200 mn. They're not the biggest ones. You sacrifice some movement speed to get like bigger guns or something. No, I don't think we can. We don't have enough CPU, right? These things are going to take up so much CPU. Railgun, medium, 250. Oh, I guess it's not too much of a difference. It's just a lot more power grid. So let's do this. Can we fit these on or something? 250. Yeah, I don't know if there's a reason to put those on. We'll put the second biggest guns on, right? But then we have a bunch of extra power grid CPU. Maybe the ship was actually fine how it was, right? Maybe the ship was fine how it was. We can't change anything with it. We'll just keep this thing on. But then they're going to do more damage to us. That's right. This is like a damage reduction. We take less damage when we use this thing. That's right. The other thing increases our damage taken. So do we not need this anymore then, right? So it was just giving us more CPU. We could take this thing off. Could take this thing off and replace it with something. That'd be an option. That's an option, right? You just sit here and fit out your ships. Eventually, you find something. Eventually, you find something. What could you replace it with, though, right? If we don't need if we don't need that, if we don't need that, put a different type of rig on it. Do we just put a harbor rigs? Rigs with all the DPS thing, it barely did anything. DPS rig barely did anything. Increase our armor or something. Increase the armor by a bit. Makes us move a lot slower. Maybe we need tracking or something. Maybe we just stack this drone control range. That wouldn't make sense. The explosive armor. Maybe we'll just leave it how it is. Maybe this ship's alright. So I wanted to remove the afterburner micro warp drive because that increases our damage taken. Maybe we'll just take this ship. We'll take this ship. This ship will do level 2s. I'm still not sure if we need this thing, right? This thing's 100% pointless, but what would we replace it with? Something to increase our armor, but it barely increased the armor of it. Repair systems. Maybe we get something to increase our capacitator or something? We can check that, right? I guess so. Engineering rigs. Pretty sure it's engineering rigs. So if we get this one, 228, would increase our cap rate a lot. 241, 307, this one. That increases our cap recharge rate, 1.2 billion. So I think we'll do that if we don't need this extra power, right? We destroy this. Then we put this on. We just simulate to double check to make sure before we actually put it on, right? This thing. So that'll go just fine. That'll just increase our capacitated recharge rate. So that's all that does. We got this thing. That, everything fits. 7 CPU, extra power grid. We don't think we have anything that we can use it for, right? 50 drone target range, this ship. Is there something else we're gonna do? Or is that it? I wonder if we could get like a ship skin for it, right? Should we figure that out? Repackage everything. Because we can't run any missions because the server shuts down in 26 minutes. Because that's our problem. If we were to run missions, the server would shut down. They said don't start a mission when the server's about to shut down for some reason. So if we got that, this is going to decrease our damage taken. This will allow us to do more damage. We'll be able to take on level 2 missions. And I think that's alright. This ship should be twice as strong, right? Is there other ship? As long as we have drones, we could take out any frigates that are there, right? As long as we have drones, we could take out the frigates. Do we need a tractor beam unit? Or do we get a ship that's made specifically for salvaging and picking up loot? Something that just really fast, he just flies to all the wrecks. Or do we just ignore the wrecks completely? So I think we got that ship fit a little better, right? This thing, maybe we could fit this one a little better. So these things just increase our CPU power grid, right? That was just so that we could get that afterburner thing, micro warp drive. But that micro warp drive just makes you take so much damage, right? I think we have it active. We're going to fight those guys. And I think the reason that they took down our shield so quick is just because we had that micro warp drive active. So it allowed them to do so much more damage to us. So if we don't need this thing, right? Drone control range. It's just to get CPU. We can delete both of them. It's exactly the same thing, right? He has exactly 7 CPU left over. We get rid of the shield, right? We don't need this shield for anything. Unfit that. So what we did, or we should have done, was got the target pager skill. We did, right? Target pager. We did get the skill for it. Okay. So for this thing, we just requires target pager, and this just allows us to hit small ships easier with our bigger weapons. So that just allows us to hit them easier. So target pager is a good weapon. I think we should put a target pager on our main ship. So this one's like a 4 AU. Let's check the AU, right? 4 AU versus 3.5. So it warps. The aligned time, right? 12.8 seconds to enter warp. 8.63. So this thing enters warps a lot quicker. So let's get this thing. We can take both these off, right? They can put something more valuable. So him, we'll just check him as a reference, right? This guy, I'm sure we fit out a little bit better. If we don't need for those, probably got a capacitator 8, that's just the explosive thing. So that's what we got on him. So you're gonna check your other ship, see what he got, use as a reference, and then put on this ship, right? So we just needed rigs. We just needed that armor one, right? Might as well just get the armor one, right? Get some explosive resistance. I think we destroy these ones. We don't need the CPU. Get the explosive resistance one. View market details. Buy one of these things. Then we still have room for one more of them, right? So maybe we'll just get that, right? Our thing. Our capacitator drains in 1 minute. If we get the engineering rigs, which I think was this one, right? 1 minute, 119. Guess that's it, 119. The other ones, 108 seconds. Alright. So let's buy one of these as well then. So now I think we have it fit out a little better, right? So you can just destroy these things. Are you sure you want to destroy the rig? We can click yes so it doesn't ask us. So we lose the money we spend on the rigs? That's alright, I think. So that's up, resistance is up. Got the target pager, so this ship's doing better, right? This ship's doing better, the other ship's doing better. We got antimatter charges, add iridium. Oh, we can even stack, maybe throw everything in the bank, right? If we don't need anything in here, we just throw it here, I guess. This is just like the loot that we got from them. I wonder if we should like organize everything. Maybe let's start organizing everything. We got what, 21 minutes? And we don't know, the video's like 38 minutes. So let's go to the regional market. Try to buy some storage containers. See if we can remember where those were, right? Maybe it's structures, deployable structures, cargo containers. I think it's more like station containers, right? Station container. So they cost 10 million each. Those are pretty expensive. Station container. Oh no, they just cost 30,000. How much do they hold? How much do they hold, right? 1 million M3. 1 million M3. Station vault. It's like 330k. 10 million M3. It's 1 million M3 a lot, right? I mean, consider the price difference, right? If we don't need the space, maybe we could transfer some things to a bigger container if we need more space. But 1 billion looks like it's a lot, right? Our ship's hold like 450, 4,000, 400,000, 500,000. So we'll just buy some of these. We'll just buy some basic station containers. We'll just buy like 10 of them for now. Or should we just go with this one, Station Vault? 10 million. Let's do that. Let's buy 10 station vaults for 10 billion. 10 station vaults for 10 billion. Go to the inventory. Go to the station vaults, then we just deploy them, right? And then they would give us more inventory space, right? We should have just bought one to make sure. So we assemble the container, station the vault containers here. Alright, so let's assemble the container. Then we should be able to throw stuff in here. So if we go to the item hanger, we can even rename them, right? So let's set name, let's say weapons. Maybe make this container say ammo, right? Whenever we find like ammo, we can throw it in here. So we throw any ammo in here for now. Then we can change things later, right? We can rename these station containers, throw different things in here. So I think these are pretty much ammo as well. Then what else can we put? Weapons. So we could rename this. We could say like weapons. And then we could change it to like projectile weapons, hybrid weapons. We could throw everything together there. So if we're looking for something like that, we could even be like a high slot or something. High slot. Maybe that would work, right? High slot, mid slot, low slot. That would actually make more sense. So that's how we do them. Right click, assemble. Oh, right click, assemble. So that's how we assemble these things. Right click, assemble. Right click, assemble. Then we can say like mid slot, high slot, mid slot, low slot, ammo. Then anything that goes in any of those spots, right? So we can say these are low slots. So they go in the low slot container, right? Then when we're fitting our ship, we could say like what are some things that go in the low slot that we have? Then we just go to the low slot container. These are like mid slots. So you just go to the mid slot container to find these. And then it's just less things in the actual inventory here, right? These are all high slot items. So we just throw them in here. Add these, right? So we did select everything and repackage everything, right? I'm pretty sure we did. Oh no, we didn't. Repackage. Oh no, we don't want to repackage the containers. Alright. Let's just throw these weapons in here then. High slot. These shall be the high slot. If we accidentally throw something that's not supposed to be there, we can move it, right? So these all go in the low slot. So I guess this is just a good way to do it. High, mid, low. Mid slot. So this is just like propulsion, right? That way everything's just in 3 different folders. Instead of doing like projectile weapons, instead of doing like mining. So everything kind of shares all the same modules, right? All these mid slots, all the shield things, they would work on different types of ships. Another mid slot, mid slot. Just more mid slot things. See, this would go with the high slot. So I guess this would also teach you what goes in each slot, right? As you build up your collection, you like we got more and more different things that go in these slots. There's more mid slots. Low, right? Low. We can even press control, right? We don't even have to do this slow. We can just stack everything, organize it. Then we just double check, right? Mid slot, mid slot. And we're actually just about done. So let's make one for like drones, right? So we could assemble this. Then we just throw drones in here, right? Set name. +1 drones. Then we just throw these drones in here. Maybe these could be like in the ammo container, right? Drones are kind of like ammo. No, they're not. Let's make a separate container for them. So if we're looking for drones, they're in there. Server shuts down in 15 minutes. Oh, what else could we make a container for? Like ores, right? Assemble container. Rename. Said name, so it's gonna be like ores. This is just like any random ores we get, right? Like any Veluspar, any Kernite. There's not too much things here, right? Salvage. Maybe we should rename this. Say like industry. Industry materials. Something like that. So I would just throw anything that's industry materials. Like this would be for industry. Maybe this is for industry for like construction. Maybe titanium goes in there. Not sure what these are gonna be for. You just put like random unsorted things. I think these are for industry, right? You have to figure out where to put these random things. We're gonna have to make a random folder, right? Civil container, rename, random stuff that we're not 100% sure, like these frozen plants, antibiotics, data sheets, hornet rates, spiced wine. Maybe they're for something. Unsorted. Unsorted items. So we can just throw stuff in here that we're not sure what it does yet. We just throw it in unsorted that in the future when we come back in it. Or just random things that we don't need. So there's like ship skins, maybe skill books. Not sure what we're gonna do with the skill books. We could even throw these in here. Or we could even set this name to like misc, right? Miscellaneous. Just throw the random miscellaneous stuff that we don't really have a place for. So maybe these things, right? Miscellaneous implants, miscellaneous books, miscellaneous ship skins, Quavi Zero Apple, right? Miscellaneous thing, blueprints, miscellaneous masks. Then we can make a blueprints one, right? Assemble this here, and then just make a blueprints folder. I thought these are just like blueprint copies that aren't really used for anything, right? But we'll use it in the future. If we eventually get blueprints of the station somehow, we'll just do that. Yeah, because just don't research the station. And there we go. There's our inventory, I guess. So now, whenever we dock up at the station, we come up here, we come up, open the inventory. This is what the inventory looks like. So it's not all cluttered, right? There's not like all this ammo everywhere. Sort by type. I guess it should be sorted, right? Don't have all this ammo cluttered up. These random blueprints here. We don't have the drones, all of the same thing. All these random weapons, they're organized in here. Industry materials, they all go in here, I guess. All of our low slot modules, we can go in here if we're looking for something at low slot. And we can buy them and save them up here. So if we're making ships in the future, we can put it there. Got all these mid slot items, right? This would be like so unorganized. It's so hard to find everything mixed in with all of this stuff, right? Say with miscellaneous, all this stuff we don't really have any immediate use for. That some of it we don't even know what it does. This stuff all in one folder. It was so messy before. It was so hard to find things. So we cleaned that up. It's easy to find things now. Server shuts down in 12 minutes. Super sick. So that's how we cleaned up our inventory. That worked. That worked in cleaning it up. Got our ship fit a little better, I think, right? Got a little bit better things on it. But I think this ship would work better just because of its extra defense and DPS capabilities. We'd have to check. I wonder if we should go through the ship tree and just fit out a bunch of different ships or something. Or we gotta figure out some way to make money in the game. We gotta figure out some way to make money in the game. That's something we have to do. That's what we have to do. I think this big ship also locks on the enemies slower, right? Yeah, it locks on the enemies slower too. So yeah, check, right? Is this thing help drones? 10% bonus to drone damage. That's like all it does, right? 5% to turret damage, 10% to drone damage. Oh, wait a minute, show information. 10% to drone damage, 7% to armor repair amount. So this thing can repair its armor a lot better than the other ship too, right? Drones can move faster. So I guess the only thing that this has on it is what? Tracking speed? Is that what it was? Oh, we have to show information. Show information. The only thing this had was a little bit of more turret damage. That's it. This has the drone damage, right? Why do we do that? We have to show information about it. Drone hit points add damage. Add micro warp drive velocity. So that thing has more bonuses than it. Medium hybrid turn, 10% drone damage. 10% drone damage. Medium hybrid turn's gone, but we get armor repair and drone velocity. Huh. There's definitely a lot of things to think about then. So we got that, right? Maybe your skill tree, we're getting connections overnight so we can run missions easier. So we'll just log off. We'll quit the game, right? We'll quit this. This was just us trying some security missions, realizing that maybe we don't actually need the micro warp drive. Maybe the micro warp drive was actually making us take more damage. I'm not sure. It probably was. Yeah, we changed some rigs on this ship, right? They're exactly the same as this one now. And this ship here, he's all set up too. Everything's all set up. So I have to figure out what to do tomorrow then. This guy could shoot from farther away, right? He'd shoot from farther away. Alright, let's end this. Tomorrow's a new day. Log out. 9 hours. What about industry, right? Is this job done? No, it's not yet. 1 minute. Is that 1 minute? That's 1 hour. 1 hour that it's done. So we're gonna come back, check our blueprints. We got an extra science job. Alright, let's go do that then, maybe. We got a science 4. We get scientific networking. Oh, we can. We don't have the skill book. Let's buy the scientific networking skill book. It's gonna cost 10 billion, 11 billion in the station. We'll just buy it. 11 billion for scientific networking. Eject this one, right? It's just their inventory. Then we can do this. As long as we have laboratory operation 4, we can do this. Then we can update our jobs without having to actually be over there. So the first level is with like 5 jumps. That adds 5 jumps per level. So let's just add both of these on here before we head off. Let's go over there. We got an extra science job that we're not using. So I think we're going to be using this ship. I think we're going to be using this ship during the level 2 missions. I think we're going to use it. So let's just go over to this then, right? The research labs, set destination. Use the research lab, set destination. Then we got this cool ship to fly, I think. Hopefully it works alright. Hopefully it doesn't get blown up in a level 2 mission or something. What kind of ships do we need for level 3? What kind of ships do we need for that? Over here. So we have to actually activate these things, right? So that's a active hardener. We have to activate it. All 3 of these things are activated too. All 3 of these things are activated. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add that thing. Add the armor repair. So if we want to, we can like drag these up. We can move them around. Like these are 4 active modules up there. Maybe this shield repair we can move somewhere. So you can even move around if you want. You can even like move your guns around here probably if you want. I guess it changes the hotkeys, right? Changes the hotkeys of them. 34 kilometers versus antimatter. 34 kilometers versus antimatter. So let's go here. We don't even have to be docked at the station. As long as we're in the same system. Open up energy. As long as we're not getting attacked by anything. We can actually go to blueprints, right? Go to blueprints. Put something else on the trading queue. Put it up to 10. However long it takes. 9 days, 22 hours. That's going to take a bit, right? that day's 22 hours. But if we throw it on here, eventually it'll be trained, right? So there we go. We got an extra thing on the science thing, which means that we need advanced laboratory operation. So we can see if advanced laboratory operation requires this level 5, right? Level 5, advanced laboratory operation. Alright. Yeah, before it used to say like 4 days and 18 hours, right? Now it says 3 days and 11 hours. So it's like over 1 day's in saving just for remapping and getting those implants. So if we want to get advanced laboratory operation to get more science jobs, we would need to get this up to level 5. So I wonder if we should do that. 3 hours. There's other skills to get too, right? We'll just leave it on here. We'll come on tomorrow. We need to take it off, right? We're not going to be trading it. But scientific networking, that would just allow us to update our jobs from further away so we don't have to be in this system. Connections just allows us to run better missions sooner. Should we just get a connection of 3? That would take like 2 days, right? 2 days just to get that. So let's leave this how this is. Work towards gunnery. These things are going to help. It's just how usually we like to leave the super expensive skills here, so when we wake up, it'll be like, this skill trades in less than a day. Connections. Scientific networking. Like that. We'll just leave it like that. So we had the video. We'll come on tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow then. We got this ship. Not sure if it's made for level 2 missions or not. Maybe the cruiser's made for level 2 missions, right? Maybe the cruiser's for level 2 missions. The cruiser would be like that. This is just like taking a Drake into level 2 missions. Drakes are made for level 3 missions. It's just like taking a Drake into a level 2 mission. So maybe it is overkill, right? Level 2 missions are the carousel. Should we trade into the carousel just so we get it? Right? Trade into the carousel? Trade it to the carousel. I don't know, we'd have to think about it. It's just the ship. We could already fly it. We could already fly this ship. We could already fly the culinary cruiser. We could already fly the carousel. So you have to think about that, right? We need our missile skills up if we wanted to fly that, right? We have light missiles here already. This unlocks those, but we'd have to trade some of these up. So we have to think of that. We have the Galate ship, right? We have the Galate ship and the Caldari ship. Some things to think about. Some things to think about. We're just not used to using Galate drones. So it'll just take to get used to. Some time to get used to it.